Ladies and gentlemen,
broadcasting live from the Joy 106.3. Broadcasting live from the Joy 106.3 FM studios, it's the Hail Wildcats Gridiron Show with the Gridiron Gang. Fellas, let's flip the switch and do this.
Very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry we're a little late coming on, but it's been pretty heavy traffic here in the Volusia County area for the last few hours. So glad to be here with you for another edition of the Hail Wildcats X's and O's show. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Ralph Smith, and the professor, Mr. Larry Wesley, and we don't know where that diesel guy's at, unfortunately.
It's in traffic, stuck in traffic.
Yeah. I think he's going to be stuck there all night, but the show goes on. Ralph, how's your week been, sir?
My week has been exciting. I'm waiting for Saturday for victory number 3.
For victory number 3,
yes.
Most definitely. Larry, how about yourself, sir?
Not a bad weekend at all. I'm looking forward to a football game Saturday. The seniors, Bethune Cookman, it's senior day, so another game to get ready for the Classic. All roads lead to Orlando after this week. So great to be home and not traveling.
Right, definitely great to be home and definitely not traveling. Again this week, it is earlier, 1 p.m. kickoff on this Saturday, 1 p.m. kickoff at Daytona Stadium. That'll take us right into our SWAC week recap. First up, our Wildcats took on Mississippi Valley State on Thursday night. Bethune-Cookman wins that contest 20-7. On Saturday, FAMU versus Alabama A&M. FAMU 42, Alabama A&M 28. Then we had Southern go to Alcorn State. Alcorn State 44, Southern 21. Arkansas Pine Bluff goes into Prairie View. Prairie View wins that contest 38-14. Next up, Texas Southern goes to Jackson State. Final score of that game, Jackson State 21, Texas Southern 19. Rounding out, Grambling at Alabama State. Alabama State 17, Grambling 6. So there you have it for that recap. Any surprises there, guys?
The Alabama A&M Florida A&M game got a little close there for a while.
Yeah, about a half. That game was really close.
And then the Alabama A&M self-destructed, but they made a game of it for a while there.
Yeah, I mean, at the start they were 17-0.
Right.
And then Quincy Casey got hurt, and they started coming back.
Most definitely. Then that'll take us right into our Pro First Sports Management SWAC week schedule and rankings. On this Friday night, Grambling plays Arkansas Pine Bluff. That's a 9 p.m. kickoff this Friday night, tomorrow night. Then next up on Saturday, Alabama A&M travels to Daytona. That's a 1 p.m. kickoff here at Daytona Stadium. Alabama State goes to Mississippi Valley State. That's a 3 p.m. kickoff in Itta Bena. Prairie View goes to Southern. That's a 3 p.m. kickoff in Baton Rouge. And then on Saturday afternoon, Lincoln, California goes to FAMU. That's a 6 p.m. kickoff. And then Sunday, Alcorn State goes to Texas Southern. That's a 3 p.m. kickoff.
So let me ask the question though. So that means that A&M played 3 Division II schools this year. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Yeah, they played Albany State, West Florida, and now Lincoln.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
It would probably matter if we were talking about FCS championship playoff.
Mm-hmm.
But for the Celebration Bowl,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter at all. Just a very soft out of conference schedule.
That's what I was getting
Well,
to.
and I mean, Albany State surprisingly is competing for the SIC championship. They're on the opposite side of the bracket, the west side of the bracket.
Against Benedict.
Benedict, yeah. So give them credit. Even though they dropped the football game that was Waters in Jacksonville the same day that we played Southern.
Yep.
That'll take us into our FCS computer rankings for the SWAC. Coming in at 16, it's FAMU. They were previously 18. Jackson State comes in at 47, previously 55. Alabama State comes in at 58. They were previously 66. Alcorn State comes in at 73. They were previously 82. Southern comes in at 78. They were previously 72. Grambling State comes in at 88. They were previously 85. Alabama A&M comes in at 92. They were previously 90. Texas Southern comes in at 95, previously 92. Prairie View comes in at 99, previously 105. Our Wildcats come in at 115, previously 118. Arkansas Pine Bluff comes in at 124, previously 122. And Mississippi Valley State comes in at 125. They were previously 124. In the East SWAC rankings, FAMU comes in at 7-0 in the conference overall. They are 8-1. Jackson State comes in at 5-2 in the conference overall. They're 7-3. Alabama State comes in at 4-2 overall. They're 5-3. Alabama A&M comes in at 2-4. Previously 4-5. I'm sorry, they're 4-5 overall. Bethune-Cookman comes in at 1-5 overall, 2-7, and Mississippi Valley State rounds out the East at 1-5. They're 1-8 overall. In the West, Alcorn State comes in at 5-1. They're 6-3 overall. Southern comes in at 4-2. They're 5-4 overall. Prairie View comes in at 4-2 overall. They're 4-5. Grambling State comes in at 3-3 overall. They're 4-5. Texas Southern comes in at 1-5 overall. They're 2-7. Arkansas Pine Bluff rounds out the West at 0-6. They are 1-8 overall. There you have it, guys. Anything exciting happening on campus, guys? I know we tipped off basketball season, right?
Yes, we did.
We did. Girls and guys tipped off on Monday night.
Oh, by the way, in volleyball, Bethune Cookman defeated Florida A&M for, I think, the first time in 48 tries. In volleyball, yep. Yes, they did.
Well,
so she's starting to turn that program around.
She definitely is.
Yeah,
definitely is. It came from the feeding of the volleyball team early this year. That helps her out.
Oh boy, you guys
know.
amazing me.
Yeah. So much for that, huh?
They had some healthy appetites. I tell you that they were sure eating. All of those kids were eating, not just the girls, but all those athletes were. They did just what college students do.
That just tells you they're not getting enough to eat.
Yeah. They jumped all over that.
Mm-hmm.
But
well,
it was good to have them out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, every program could have enough.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know,
that's true.
Oh boy.
Such is life, huh? Such is life. So, guys, our Wildcats played Thursday night here in Daytona, blackout. Let's talk about what happened, guys. Ralph, I know you were in attendance, same for Larry. Had a little fish beforehand, little brownies, fries, all the works.
You know, in that game, I'm only speaking about the first half. It seems that our OC got out of his comfort zone and tried a few different things, and they worked for him.
Well, they not only did one of them worked so much that I had to go to the doctor the next day. I fell out my chair. A little portable seat. You know, when the halfback pass was thrown out, I thought he was throwing it to me. So I fell backwards.
Yeah, I you know what? I just wish that Talik had a little bit more touches, and I think he would be. I think some of the games we lost, we'd won those games.
Yeah,
I think. Again, it's going to still continue to take the OC to get out of his comfort zone and open up the offense and make it vertical and not necessarily horizontal.
And giving him those quality reps, will help him, get up to game speed.
Exactly, and get his timing together. Yeah. And then the second half, we went back to.
I couldn't believe it. I was just like, "What happened?"
Yeah, we reversed back.
I hear Daryl says, "Flip the script on the show," but we went right back to our.
Flip that script.
we
only scored 3 points in the whole second half. So.
And the returning problem that always has befuddled us, once we get the ball in the red zone, we just cannot come up with a play to get us in that end zone, so we have to settle for field goals.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to need to solve that problem next week, though.
Yeah, we definitely, we got to solve it
this
week.
I'm sorry.
We got to solve it.
I don't want to jump ahead of myself here.
Yeah, we got to solve it this week, yeah.
For Saturday at 1.
Yeah,
so
on Thursday night, Tyleek Bethia finished 12 of 18 passing in helping lead our Wildcats against Mississippi Valley State. Final score of that game was 20-17. Coach Woody got his first SWAC win, I guess.
Back to Tyleek, he really threw that RPO pass well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think we saw the Tyleek pre-fall practice. Yeah. Preseason practice.
You could tell he was getting into it because when he hurt his ankle.
Yeah.
He worked that out himself.
Oh, he did. And not only that, when we were down near our end zone and he was telling them, "Hurry up, get the play in, give me a play," because we don't want to come off the field.
Yeah,
and, eventually they did pull him off the field.
I was very happy for him, though. Actually,
right.
I felt good for him, and I think he felt good for himself as well.
Oh yeah. Definitely. And we saw some new, new faces contribute. Markai Shaw out of the backfield, hard running.
good size running back. Really
Yeah.
our biggest back.
Right.
From that standpoint. But,
Well, he hit that hole, doesn't he?
He does. He comes in there and it makes his presence felt. Another thing was, it just shows you when you open up a little bit. We got some people. Tink Boyd had a heck of a game.
He had a heck of
good
a
receiver.
game.
Yeah, really good.
He had a
receiver,
heck of a game, and they,
Great to see us get the ball to the playmakers a little bit in space.
Yep. So we need to. I just wish he continues that, and now that he see those guys can strive in that, don't go back to the safe place.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I was extremely proud of our defense.
Yeah,
those guys are always
they're
showing
warriors,
up, man.
Yeah. Oh man.
The only concern I have is that our best football player on the defensive side, well, one of the best, got a targeting.
Yeah.
And that's going to hurt us.
So do he set out a quarter or a half?
I thought it was a half unless they've changed.
It's a half.
Is it? Oh man.
Yeah, first half of.
Yeah, so you'll have to sit the first half against Alabama A&M.
Well, I hate that. Which I thought was a very questionable call, because he actually had his hands out in front of him.
He actually hit him with the shoulder. They tried to get Walls in him, and if we had to look at it,
Well, you wonder if Raymond and Coach Woodard and his staff would send the video to the conference because they can overturn that.
Right.
If
Right.
they
I hope
go
they
ahead and
did.
do that, if it was in jeopardy. So I don't know. We just have to wait and see what happens on Saturday. If you see him play on Saturday in the first half, then
we know what happened. Yeah.
Well, he makes a difference. I know that.
Yeah.
Oh, he definitely does. Big time football player. Happy for Raymond Woody though, really. And the team played spirited football the whole game.
Sure did.
Which they have done all year long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How badly was our defensive lineman hurt?
I'm waiting for Daryl to tell me that.
Yeah.
'Cause we had two of them.
Both of them were practicing this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Deontay
Boy.
was out there in practice as well.
Yeah.
That
93 was a little,
More gimpy.
tender, but
Okay.
yeah, I think he'll still.
The boys battled though, man.
Oh, let me tell you
They
what.
battle.
In the trenches, they look like the Mighty Mites, but let me tell you something. They don't give the ground up easy.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Nope.
They
Nope.
do not. So, Mari Hill Robinson got him another.
Should have got two.
Should have two.
Yeah,
Should have had two.
Yeah,
That was a bad call they made on
Yeah,
that second
it was.
interception.
It
That was a
was.
terrible call.
it was.
So I don't know. I guess even though they said the commissioner was there, that's probably the second worst officiating crew I've seen. Of course, the first one was up at Jackson. I
Right.
thought that was a bad officiating game and took us out of the game, actually.
Yeah. I mean, you're still at home, but you wouldn't think that you get, jive like you did, and that's what we got.
Home cooking.
I guess we feed the guests well, huh?
Yeah, we do. But I don't know. I just, we've been continuing to improve, and I just hope we continue all the way through to spring.
Oh, one thing that we can't, while we're talking about, one thing we can't do, we could have went up by more than, we did. We go up 17-0, but we drive the ball 77 yards and, come up with a field goal.
Have 14 points or more on the field,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah. So, that just can't happen. You can't,
No.
Yeah,
You
can't
got
do
to
that.
capitalize, but this is a ball club that's learning to win.
Right.
They're having to learn how to
I
close
agree with
games
that.
out. You got an opponent down, take advantage of it. Don't let them get up.
Right. We understand we're having some technical difficulties with Facebook right now. We got our tech trying to get it back up. But, guys, let's go straight into our grading of Thursday's game. It seems so long ago, huh? A week ago.
Well, having those extra 3 days there makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does. All right. Here we go. Quick round.
This grading thing has really caught on. It seems like our listeners, they get into it more than
Yes,
us.
they do.
They can't wait to grade.
Yes, they do.
Oh, goodness.
Ralph,
Okay.
let's go quarterbacks.
I'm giving him a C+.
C+.
And a lot of that is for effort and
Okay.
determination.
I'm gonna be a little more lenient. I'm gonna give him a B in this regard. I thought he played very well in the game for someone who has not had continuous reps.
Yeah, I agree.
And he got better as the game went on. It would have been nice to keep the offense open in the second half. Because we
Yes.
saw what he did in
Yeah.
the first half. But all in all, I mean, he the moment was not too big for him,
No.
and he grew into the moment.
Yeah, I won't argue with that one. I agree with you on that.
And that's, as we do, that's including under the headsets.
You talking about the coaches?
Well,
That's what I agree.
yeah, well,
Hey, well, we got 2 grades for him,
yeah.
though. Yeah, the headset guy, we got 2 grades for him.
So what are those?
I give him for the first half, I give him a C+, because I really thought he showed something that all of us have been waiting to see, a little something. But then we reverted right back to our cautious style of football play the second half.
Mm-hmm.
So, all in all, I would probably give him a C for the entire game.
Okay.
I was going to go C, D. C for the first half, D for the second half. Because the first half, what he did is prove to me that he can go outside of his comfort zone. And then the second half, it told me that he didn't want to stay out there too long. He went back to his comfort zone. So I'm going to give him a D for the second half.
D for the second half.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go running backs, guys.
Okay, I'm giving the running back to C+.
Why C plus?
Because they ran hard. Our offensive line is a makeshift group, and those guys got yards in spite of that. They ran hard, especially number 6 and 36 ran well ran hard as well.
I can't argue with that. I thought Markai was very good running the football, but he made a tremendous pass. For someone, for a team that has not opened up the offense,
Right.
for him to stand in there and make that throw, and he got really hammered when he threw the football because the backer came on him quick, and
I was going to go C.
Mm-hmm.
Tank was all alone because they jumped the route. I mean, they jumped the running play and just completely abandoned the receiver. So he had to wait to catch it and was able to make it into the end zone.
Let's go wide receivers slash tight end.
I thought Tank, and I thought number 4 caught
They caught the ball.
They caught the ball.
They caught the ball.
Yeah.
Contested catches,
Yes.
where they would drape people on them, and they came up with the catches.
See, I like to see them throw 89 more 50-50 balls
No
because
question.
of his height.
Yeah,
Right.
and his athleticism.
Yeah.
He can win those
Yeah,
50-50
he can win
balls.
those. He can win them.
But I thought all in all, for the number of targets that they had and the catches they came up with, I thought I would give them a B.
I would
Because
agree
they
with
definitely they came up big.
I would agree with that.
Did you see the kick? What about the catch that Tizardo made on the sideline.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that was a spectacular catch.
Yeah.
It was.
Definitely.
So what that proved is we got
playmakers.
We got playmakers. We just got to put them in the position to make those
Right,
plays.
We got to scheme them up.
Got to scheme.
We do. We definitely.
Now, what I saw them doing in practice on Tuesday was very interesting to me.
What did you see, Ralph?
Well, they showed a lot of they put a lot of thinking in it, and they're using the speed and the athleticism of the individuals. Now, if they do that in the game, I think it will completely throw Alabama A&M off because they wouldn't have seen that. But it was very interesting. I also would like to see them use Trey as a running back or a receiver Saturday and the following Saturday, because I think Trey could help us with his athleticism. I really do think that.
We'll see.
One of the plays that they ran
you never know, Ralph.
against Mississippi Valley, again, it was a shocker. I just thought they ran it the wrong way. They ran the reverse into the boundary, into the short side of the field.
Right.
They should have run the opposite way, But at least they ran it,
At least they ran it.
And I happened to look over there at you guys, you, Daryl, and Jerry. I thought y'all were in church. Standing up over there.
We were saying, what the hell?
Yeah.
That was very interesting.
It was very interesting.
Yeah. So
let's go offensive line, guys.
As ragtag as I say they are, in order for him to do what he did, 12 for 18, I thought they did a pretty decent job.
They passed.
Yeah.
They passed.
We moved some stuff around because typically Anton Wells usually plays guard, and they moved him out to tackle in this game. So they're
and he held up well.
He did. He did
a great job outside.
He did. So it looks like they're finding some wrinkles to do different things, and
And Mississippi Valley was bringing more than we could really block. I mean, they held up well. They blitzed the entire game.
Just like you said, the SWAC is a copycat league. They go blitz us. Yeah,
absolutely.
What? Darren, so I'll ask you, what happened to the tight end 34? Is he still injured?
He's still injured.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a defensive lineman we could use.
They're gonna probably play him at offense still.
Yeah, that's what they. Yeah. But he used to be a defensive end, right?
He used to be interior. First, he started out as an offensive lineman.
But he's athletic.
He's played some positions,
yes,
man. He's
so
played.
What game did he get injured in?
I couldn't tell you.
Been that long, huh?
Yeah. I couldn't tell you. I haven't really even seen him.
He moves well for a guy his size.
He really does. And he's caught some footballs too this year.
Yeah. I haven't seen him either.
Yeah.
I just wonder what happened to him.
He's caught some footballs this year. So who knows?
So let's move on to the defense.
No, let's go overall offensive grade.
I'm just going to give him a plain C.
Plain C. Let's see what we got in the comment section over here. Yeah, that's about accurate.
Plain C, right?
Yeah, I don't have an argument. I mean, they were working on a tremendous grade at halftime. They just reverted back to themselves. I was all ready to open up my grading book.
Oh,
I think so. I think you're right.
All right, let's move to the. Let's go to the D-line. Defensive side of the ball.
So, okay, listen. Now, these guys ended up getting 394 yards on us, okay? And 296 of those yards was passing.
Right.
and 96 was rushing. So I'm gonna have to give my D guys a straight B.
Did that hurt you?
No, I want to give them an A, but with all those yards, I can't do it. with 296 in the air.
Yeah, I thought we played a very vanilla soft coverage.
Yep.
And we gave a lot of stuff underneath that
Yep.
we could have actually played tighter on.
Yeah, they killed us underneath.
Yeah, they really did. Number of plays where we gave up yardage that we shouldn't have because they didn't really have anyone that threatened us. We were just playing soft coverage.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you give them, Larry?
I give the defensive line the way that they got after the quarterback and the running game. I give them a B. The defensive backs, I would just give them a C. Because of the soft coverage.
Now, okay, I'm going to agree with him, but let me ask you this question: Is
Live
25 linebacker?
He's a linebacker.
Okay, I'm gonna grade him individually. I'm gonna give him an A.
Yeah, he's
All right, we're finally back up on Facebook.
I'm gonna give him an A, Daryl.
well, he's setting the curve for the whole defense. Okay,
Pretty
for
much.
the year, as far as I'm
Pretty
concerned,
much.
because he shows up and pulls up all the time.
I'm saying he should be Defensive Player of the Year in the SWAC.
Darius is really a quality guy. He makes his presence felt.
Is he a
knows
freshman?
it. No,
No, he's a transfer
Transfer
from
from
FAU.
Really?
yeah. Well, he's out of a great high school program, Naples High School,
Yes, sir.
and he's a player.
So what would he be? A sophomore or a junior?
I think it's listed as a sophomore.
Oh God, we got him for two
Two more years. Yeah, we got him for 2 more years.
Oh,
So what'd you give the linebackers?
I gave him an A. The other one's got a C minus.
What other ones?
Whoever's else back there. Because he was carrying that load by himself.
Always.
I'm sorry.
Oh man. All right, real quick before we go to break, let's go. I know you already said defensive backs.
We already gave him a C.
Hand
But now part of that, the C is a part of the fact that they were playing so soft.
Yeah.
And that had to be a coach's call.
Yeah.
I think.
Because I thought Sparrow played good physical football, and Iverson, come on,
He sure did. Iverson played a good
He
game.
really did.
But I think the defensive coordinator,
The scheme was
whoever, the
soft,
scheme
yeah.
was soft.
Yeah.
And I just hope they don't play that same scheme Saturday because Quincy can throw the ball.
He can.
He's a great passer. I'm not great, but he's a good passer.
Real quick. Defensive overall.
For me, I'm going to give him a C plus.
I'll stand with that. I'll stand with that. They would have got a higher grade if they could have gotten off the football field a little more,
Right.
by giving up those soft coverages. Because
Yeah.
that just allowed Mississippi Valley to possess the
Yeah,
football.
the boys
more
got
than they
24
should.
first downs
Yeah, they shouldn't have gotten that many on us. They weren't that type of.
and held the ball 37 minutes.
When we come back from break, we'll cover the special teams. You're listening to the Hail Wildcats Gridiron Show on Joy 106.3 FM.
Styles 101 Beauty Salon and Barbershop.
Hello, Daytona Beach. I am Sharon James, registered nurse and diabetes educator at Halifax Health. The free Florida State of Diabetes Conference and Expo will take place this Saturday on November 11 at the Daytona Beach News Journal Center. The doors open at 8 o'clock a.m. Come join us for a day of information about the latest expert tips on diabetes management, GLP-1 medications, and the link between cardiac and kidney complications. Also, discover the latest technology from our health and wellness vendors and take advantage of our complimentary lunch and eye screenings. You don't want to miss this exciting and informative Diabetes Expo presented by Halifax Health Lohman Center for Diabetes and Endocrinology. Knowledge is power, and we must be part of the change in order to be part of the solution. Don't forget, this is a free event, so call 425-DIAB to reserve your seat. See you there.
Special thanks and support to WAIG comes from R.J. Gaines Funeral Home, where Alexander C. Wynn III, licensed funeral director and owner. R.J. Gaines Funeral Home provides full burial services, entombment, cremation, transporting services, pre-planning arrangements, and consultations. R.J. Gaines Funeral Home is located at 804 Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune Boulevard. R.J. Gaines Funeral Home, 386-253-7686.
We're back here on the Hail Wildcats Gridiron Show on Joy 106.3 FM. We're here grading our guys from this past Thursday night's contest. So now up, we have our special teams. These guys have had a little break, time to talk about it and think about it. Your decision, Ralph.
I'm going to give them a D.
But I thought you said Hector was getting the ball a little closer every time he kicked.
Yeah, but that's not my concern. He is getting it closer to the end zone, but they're also bringing it back to the 45.
And we work on that religiously, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's where the bad grade's coming from. Not his kicking, it's the return.
Yeah, we covered the first one real well. They ran the reverse, and we stopped at the 20. But after that, they faked the reverse, and he kept bringing the ball out 35, 40, 45.
Yeah, we can't have that.
Way too many yards.
But, you know, Daryl, we really, if you look at it, we haven't had a good kickoff return or kickoff defensive team since the kid left and went to Michigan. That coach.
Yeah.
Nia Vanderbilt.
Well, I mean, it's not that we don't work on it, but I don't get it.
If you watch them, even when they're kicking the ball us, they do not block that one person. Nobody even tries to block.
Man, I see so many people flying down the field, and then all of a sudden,
Larry described it best. It always looked like jailbreak.
One guy trips up your whole. Dang. So yeah, what's the grade?
I'm gonna give them a D. I give the kicker a different grade.
We got headsets too.
What do you mean we got headsets?
Talking about the coaches.
It got to be coaching, because I see him work on it all the time. Maybe it's the wrong approach. So, and I don't know whether he ever coached special teams anyway. Has he? He's a receiver, tight end.
I think he's
coach.
done it all though.
Really?
Yeah. But again, it goes back to what I've said before. Responsibilities.
Well, he got too many of them. But when Ryan Davis was a special teams coordinator, it was terrible.
Ryan Lewis, I mean,
it was terrible.
Yeah.
That's when really it started getting bad.
But but that could be the thing. Goes back to him. I mean, he was helping out linebackers too.
Yeah.
that That part of the game,
right.
That part of the game is very significant, and
It is.
focus on that
It is.
only. Okay.
It is. I mean, there's people who've been fired just being a special teams coach.
I always think, from a historical standpoint, about HBCU football and the coach that most people years ago regarded as the greatest coach in black college football from a tactical perspective was Arnett Ace Mumford at Southern. He was light years ahead of everybody in the special team game.
Right.
And won many games for him, because that is a fundamental part of the game. One of his first things that he would tell other coaches, you all play your subs on special teams. He said, I play my starters on kick coverage, kick return. I don't put my secondary people in there. I want my best people in there, because that's a fundamental part of the game.
Well, you got to come down and you got to bust the wedge open and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, everyone, you got to, like you said, you have to take that very serious, because at the next level, that's how some guys are making it in.
That's how you get in.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's how you're making it in.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how you actually make a living. You know,
Right.
To stay in that league
Right.
by being a bandit on the kick coverage
Right.
team.
Right.
And again, Arnett Mumford said, football is a game, but it's also a game of mathematics. There's
It
100
is.
yards. If you're losing the game in field position, then you're going to lose that football game more often than not as a final score, because you're giving up way too much yardage to your opposition.
Because I asked Coach Sims, I asked him, why did you change the setup that you had the year before, where we were blocking kicks, field goals, and scoring off them, scoring off extra points? Why did you change that up? And he said, well, I got a new coach. I said, yeah, but why would you get rid of something that worked for you? A new coach or whatever. That doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, you can almost flip the field. I mean,
Of course, that's what we were doing.
against Grambling, I mean, if those were our special teams, that's a complete A across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Because I still feel that we lost that game at Alabama State because of the field goal. The field goal got blocked. Because if we'd have made that field goal, and when we got that ball down in the 10, all we had to do is kick a field goal.
Right.
We win the game. If we'd have made the other field goal. So special teams, that's why they call them
Big
special.
factor.
Yeah, that's why they call them special.
And they can be, if they're not special, they can be exceptionally bad. Okay,
They can.
literally. And
They can.
how many times have we lost games because of that? You know, it's
Well,
so critical.
Think about it. When we played the first year we played Prairie View in Daytona, we were winning the game. They blocked the field goal and scored on it, and that's how they won.
Let's go overall team grade.
So we grade, okay. I'm going to give them a C.
Larry?
I think factoring in the fact that we won the game and how we played overall, that's a fair grade. She would be fine.
All right, there you have it, fans. Overall, C. I think it's a consensus amongst everyone. So, guys, that'll take us right into our scouting report for Alabama A&M. Alabama A&M comes in 4-5 overall, 2-4 in the SWAC. Guys, so they go down. What was it? 17 nothing, I believe.
Yeah.
You know, that's familiar. They go down 17 nothing, and then we get a message that, man, FAMU's handling, helping us out. We'll put it. Then the next time you look around, it's I think 21-17.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 21 unanswered points, and then we know how it ended. What was it?
42-27,
28.
I think.
Yeah.
28.
Yeah, something around there. Yeah.
But again, for us, we're going to have to keep that intensity. We're going to have to show them something different, and we're going to have to call a different game. And I think we can beat them. They got a good team, I think. I'm not sure why they're 4-4.
What do we have to show them differently, Ralph? I mean, I know we kind of discussed it already, but
we're going to have to scheme the game differently against them because they got a pretty decent defense. They're decent.
They're very aggressive on
very
the defensive
aggressive
side.
Yeah,
and they will bring pressure, and they've got good size. I just can't see us being successful in this game if we revert back to the 3 and outs.
I totally agree.
We
I
give
think
the ball club
I think
opportunities. We'll lose the game.
I think, and we'll lose it big.
stat-wise, Alabama A&M comes in scoring 31.38 points per game. Total points this year, they've scored 251 points. Their opponents, 28.13 points per game, 225 points total. On the year, they have roughly 1,400 yards on the ground. Their opponents have 1,249 passing. They've went 265 attempts for 146 completions, 9 interceptions. They have 14 touchdowns on the season compared to their opponents. 225 attempts for 125 completions. Total offense, they've ran 542 plays on the season for a total of 2,879 yards. Their average play gains about 5.3 yards per play.
Can I just say something to Marcus?
Yes.
Marcus, the kicking team haven't covered well all season long. I just wanted to let you know that.
So you read the comment, huh?
Yeah.
Well, guys, we were talking about special teams, and we mentioned Arshawn Larkins, who is the coach who was with us. Mm-hmm. And I never will forget when we brought Larkins in here. He was the FCS Special Teams Coach of the Year for FCS football at the Citadel. He was very good.
Very good.
At what he did. And we saw that immediately pay dividends for us at Bethune-Cookman in terms of our blocking kicks, our return game, the whole 9 yards. You saw an overall improvement.
Right.
And as soon as he left, that's when we went down in the gutter. And we were very good on special teams when Wyatt was here because we had Pete Adrian coaching special teams.
Guys, let me put a quick pin in what we're discussing. Huge congratulations goes out to when we were talking about what's going on campus. That's usually our period. Huge congratulations goes out to Matt Johnson. He was just named the head coach of the Hamburg Devils. So Matt will be.
So that answers Linwood's question.
Yeah, that answers Linwood's question. Yeah. And congratulations, Matt. We're proud of you, man. Keep up the great work, and
he played
we'll
for them,
be checking. Right? Yeah, I believe so.
He did. He played for them.
He's on right now, so he
So
might.
Let me ask the question though. That's where our defense coordinator is also, right?
Not anymore.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. You're talking about Coach Yogi.
Yo, he's not there anymore?
Well, I mean, he was the head coach.
Oh.
I
At least they like Bethune-Cookman people.
So yeah, huge congrats goes out to Matt on that accomplishment. So, and it's the Sea Devils, Hamburg Sea Devils. So.
By the way, Ralph.
And yes, you are correct, Ralph. Was.
Arshawn Larkins is now at Dartmouth.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Huh.
He's at Dartmouth. Yeah.
So he left Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
So now we'll take the pen out, and so if you look at the stats here for Alabama A&M, I mean, they usually average time of possession 30 minutes. Their opponents 29.54. I mean, if you really look at it, we're pretty even in a lot of the, maybe not the yardage, but in a lot of other stuff. Penalties, they average about 44 yards per game.
Yeah, they're right there with us.
Yeah.
Very disciplined.
On the
team.
season, they have 50 for 357.
They disciplined.
But to me, with Carnell Miller being thought of more as an offensive guru, I would have expected more from his. It seems like he's coaching differently at Alabama A&M than he did at Hampton, and that when he was at
Winston-Salem. Yeah,
because he was mean, they were juggernauts offensively, and they threw the football. They were very creative. They're very. I remember the game last year when we played them up there. They were very vanilla.
They were real vanilla.
Yeah, they were really vanilla. They ran the football, and we had a chance to win that game.
right. We did.
We did.
That was the start of
literally
the tour.
Yeah, the tour. That's where the tour began.
Exactly.
That was the start of the tour, the battle royale, whatever you want to call it.
And I watched them against. I watched Alabama A&M early in the year against Arkansas Pine Bluff on TV, and they're predominantly, even though Quincy Casey throws, but they're predominantly a run team first.
Let me ask this.
Control.
Let me ask this question though. Was Quincy hurt? Is that why the other kid took his place, or was Quincy pulled because he wasn't productive? Because the other kid couldn't throw a lick, but he could run.
Where is this?
They just went back to Quincy.
Yeah.
You never know.
Because I was hoping we got the other kid.
Yeah. I mean, I have always been a Quincy Casey fan because from when he was at Jackson State.
He was on his way here.
Yeah.
He played against us in 2019. He started the game.
Right.
Up in Atlanta.
Right. Yeah.
But he was on his way here, and our then coach has a way of turning people around.
What do you mean, Ralph?
I don't want to go into that part.
Yeah,
I don't want to go.
He was a
Boomerang.
we turned the quarterback around at SEC. He was us. He wanted to come here.
Yeah.
From Belgrade.
The player of the year.
Yeah.
With,
he turned him around.
Davis Richards.
Yeah, didn't like it.
Didn't like it. And now the kid is not only a primetime football player, as a GPA Ralph about 3.6.
That's why we probably turned him around. But anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that.
What, Ralph?
I'm not gonna elaborate.
Man, get that man out of Fish Creek quick.
Ralph is in his bag tonight.
I'm not gonna elaborate.
It must have been that traffic on 95.
I came the back way. The traffic was worse than that. Everybody wanted to put on their brights.
God.
They must know I can't see that good anyway.
So, guys, 1 p.m. kickoff this Saturday. And I want to hear from each one of you guys. What's your Alpha One staffing search firm game plan against Alabama A&M?
For me, I want to start the game off and end it just like we did against Mississippi Valley, being creative and opening up the offense. And secondly, I'm hoping that the defense don't play so soft coverage like they did against Mississippi Valley.
We cannot allow them to possess the football game and win the time of possession battle in this football game.
Yep.
And we need to play a clean game, no turnovers. We definitely need to be strong in that area. The biggest thing for me is when we get in the red zone, guys, we got to go touchdowns. If we get down there, we got to score.
You got to cash in.
We can't make this a field goal game.
No.
We got to get touchdowns in this football game. And again, like you said, Ralph, early on, check your tendencies. You showed a little bit this past week, the first half, and you got some benefits from that. You had dividends paid. So let's see if we can do a little more of that. No one has seen any tape of us doing a lot of that stuff.
No.
So it's not out there, but we need to show some of that, because this is a ball game that we really can win. And we do know, I watched the Alabama A&M game against Florida A&M after it got close. And then once they got it close, they just self-destructed.
Right.
There was more what Alabama A&M did to themselves than what FAMU did.
Right. So with that being said, and we've put what we need to do, can we do it? Will we do it?
Well, see, that's a trick question, because you said can and will.
We need to let Talik.
I want to know, can we?
Of course we can.
Will we?
That's up in the air.
What did you see before you got?
I see us based on the success we had last week in the first half. I see us coming out trying to do those sorts of things. Now, whether we sustain that is another question.
If we get back into our traditional thing we've been doing all year long, it's not going to happen.
Game over.
It won't happen. We have got to lean more to the tendencies we showed in the first half.
Exactly.
Of that football game. We got to take some chances. No risk it, no biscuit. And we did a little of that. And did you, not just you, I know you guys were celebrating, did you hear the roar in the crowd the other day? I mean, people were like, is that Bethune Cookman out there doing this?
You want this to put in the back of you? Because that's where it's going to be. It's all going to be from.
Yeah, Daryl, you convinced me, okay? You convinced me.
Can we, will we?
Can we, will we?
Yeah. I mean...
I don't know.
I want to say...
basically...
I want to be able to say we did.
Okay.
At 4 o'clock Saturday.
Okay. But we were moving right along the first half. We went back to what we really are in the second half, and we scored 3 points.
We always do that. And I think a lot of that is because of rhythm. Now, I will say this, and I will say this to all the fans who have questions about it. Whenever if we get the ball, our first drive is always, for the most part, you're going to see the same plays in the first half.
We're going to run it up. We're going to
the
run it
second
to the
half.
right.
The first drive is going to be 3 and out.
It'll be 3 and out. Okay. A lot quicker than you think.
Get the kicker ready to punt, okay?
You're going to hear Coach DJ, punt ready.
Yeah, you're going to hear punt ready. You're going to hear. That's right after the national anthem.
Well, that's totally unfair.
You can hear it in the stands,
Let me say this. So
I watched Ralph didn't see it. I watched Ralph last week, the first series of the game. And we ran the ball and got 5 yards on first down. Then we threw the ball out of the backfield to the running back and lost 3 yards. And Ralph was over there like, what is going on? Then we threw lateral. Okay.
We're always going to throw the lateral.
Then it was punt team. And I said, here we go.
Larry said they're going to start calling for punt team right after the national anthem.
If we can break our tendencies, guys, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, God.
But, I mean, it was interesting watching the game when we saw some new things, and people in the stands were like, "Where did that come from?" I mean, there were 3 young ladies sitting next to me. I don't know whether they know football or not, but listening to them, they've been there. They've been to every home game that I've been to, and they were like, "Man, we're gonna stay for the whole game because this is a new show they're showing us tonight."
Everybody was shocked, but anyway. Larry said they're going to start calling punt team right after the anthem. Oh my God!
I'm almost to the point where I'd rather see us defer, put the other team on offense. You know, the defense, because that's our strongest team. Put them out there first, and because when the offense gets it, unless we come out of our bag with something different, we know what we're going to see. We really do, and that's not being critical. It's just what it is. It's what we've done.
Yeah, definitely.
And like you say, if it's repetitious, then what else can you get?
I think we got Fry Daddy. Fry Daddy, you on the line?
He was standing up. Jared was standing up high-fiving anybody who would come by.
Because we were seeing a different football team.
Yes, we were.
Yeah, we were seeing a different football team. So
People
was getting excited.
It was, like I said, it was delightful. It really was, just to see something different.
Yeah, it was
And then when we started throwing the slants off the RPO, I was like, wait, is that us?
Yeah.
And truly, guys, it caught Mississippi Valley by surprise.
Oh,
They were not expecting that.
Yeah. It's just like those kids said when they played Alabama State. We didn't see that on film, but they did.
Yes, they did say that.
Yeah, and I know Mississippi Valley didn't know what to think. Because they were pretty, you could tell they were pretty cocky that they were going to win that game.
Well, the first thing you saw was anytime it was second and third and long, you saw the linebackers creeping up right now. They were coming. So when we started showing the RPO and then throwing behind them, that slowed a little bit of that down because they were getting burned by that. Mm-hmm. But they had never seen that before. They had not.
But you're right about that. They start creeping up.
Yeah, they start creeping up.
And I tell you another thing too. They were about to jump that little pass he throws to the sideline.
Oh, they knew it was there.
Yeah, they were about to jump that one. One guy came really close. So we'll see. We might get something new. It's starting early.
Well, it's senior day. I sure would love to see us go out with a bang.
We got some help back on the O-line, so I'll say.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, that's a positive.
That's real good.
I'm trying to bring a caller in. Caller, you're on the Hail Wildcats Gridiron Show. Welcome.
Your
tell you.
system down?
Yeah, it's acting up, man, I guess. It's been in that traffic, too. Boy, I tell you, when you play on a Thursday night, man, then you come back in here the next Thursday night, it don't want it.
Yeah, make sure you let everybody know the game is at 1 p.m.
It is at 1 p.m. When my comment was by 4 p.m., I want to say will do. The game should be, if not over, it's in the,
it's in the bag.
Final stages. Yeah. But kickoff is at 1 p.m.
So does that mean that they're going to do the legacy walk at 10 or 11?
No, sir. 10:30.
10:30?
I've heard so many comments this year like, I came over here for the legacy walk, but the team already.
Raymond like a drill instructor.
Boy, what you talking about?
He stick with his schedule.
Yes, he is. So, would love to see everyone come out for the legacy walk. I know we'll be there. Stop by over by the lake. We'll have some fish and fries.
Who's doing the fries?
I can't speak for anybody, man.
I just want to know. I think that's fair enough.
I can't speak for people, man. If they, they want to do it, they'll do it. But, yeah.
Because when I got there, they was telling me, Daryl won't let anybody touch anything. I thought, that's Daryl.
No, it wasn't that. It's like
that's Daryl.
People were trying to help,
Man,
but
for a 1 o'clock kickoff, you might need some
grits. Yeah. And don't buy no margarine either. Get real butter.
Yeah, we're gonna do fish and fries, man. Stop by. We're asking for donations. Those donations help a worthy cause, help to go towards NIL and things of that nature. So, yeah, definitely. Callers, we're going to get you up here in a moment. As we said, anything that could go wrong is trying to go wrong tonight, but that's okay. That only means a win on Saturday. So it's going to be 386-868-3411, 386-868-3411. Don't all call at the same time. We look forward to talking to you on the Hail Wildcats Gridiron Show. We want you to say it with your chest, 386-868-3411. What you want to say?
So where's Mr. Bell? I thought he was on.
He was calling in, but like I say, the system's been acting up. So, yeah, he was calling in to volunteer, huh?
Yeah. I knew the diesel guy wasn't going to call in because he's too busy.
No, there's a question over here. Did 93 ever come back in? No, 93 did not come back in on Thursday, but he has been practicing lightly, we'll put it. So we should have he and 98 back. I guess that was a pretty physical game.
Yeah,
man.
it was in the trench. And listen, make no mistake about it. Mississippi Valley has a big ball club.
They sure do.
They got very impressive looking ball clubs.
I am proud of those boys because
the
way they got there.
That's a shame, really. That for a D1 team to ride a bus for 14,
what did we
15
hear?
hours.
We heard from one of our own coaches that when he played at another prestigious school, he said they rode the bus all the time.
Man, you can't get them big old guys and sit on a bus for 14, 15 hours.
Rough,
Listen, you can't get these little guys like myself to sit on 14, 15 hours. All those years of being a statistician.
Just think about when we ride 7. You have to get some medication.
Man, you got a big 350-pound guy sitting for 15 hours? Oh, my God.
Listen, I told you guys, my first trip with Bethune Cookman to Alabama A&M in Huntsville in 1972. I rode in the upper luggage compartment. That's how small I was. I crawled up top.
We got you, Miss Lodge. She said make sure Louisiana hot sauce is there.
Oh, so. That's right, Sheila. Man, I tell you. She wanted her Louisiana hot sauce. We're going to make sure we get that for her. Yep.
Yeah, we and it showed for a lot of those guys from Mississippi Valley. There was a lot of cramping. A lot of cramping that went on during the game,
They had a few people in the stands over there.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah. But
the guys, this is a winnable ball game, my man.
Sure it is.
I was gonna say, can you go 3-7?
Man.
We, like Larry was saying, we got to script it different, and we got to stick with it.
But that's been our, and I hate to say it, that's been our Achilles heel this year is, even we start out fast on a lot of drives and move the ball down the field, and then, that we catch a cold.
There's always a play that seems out of sequence.
Yeah.
And whether you're watching the game or if you're just looking at a play-by-play stat, you'll say, where did that come from? You get 5 yards here, and then you, okay.
For me, though, I would just like to see them start Saturday's game throwing a long pass. Because
you got to start going to those receivers. And
yeah.
I saw some of that in practice.
If you started that game with a long pass, that would completely blow A&M mind. Because they know we haven't done that all year.
Like I said, guys, we have some people on the outside who are playmakers.
Yeah.
Who can get that football and do some real damage with it, put it in the end zone.
Definitely.
We got some people. We just have not put them schematically in position to show that.
You got the Fry Daddy on the line, guys.
Mr.
Friday.
Bell.
Welcome.
Man, listen, y'all call me Fry Daddy one more time, man. I want to rep.
I've been trying to tell Daryl he need to clean his language up.
Yeah.
And Jerry, you know, I'm not involved with that.
Listen, y'all know Larry took over the fries when he started making the curly fries. I said, I'm resigned. I'm never throwing another batch down again. And man, by special request, I don't know what he did. Yeah, you know how you go to, well, I won't give them any credit because they don't sponsor the show, but one of the burger places, and you walk in, and then they show you exactly what farm it came from in Idaho.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think Ralph, I Larry stole some of them people. Them things.
I think you're right too, Jerry.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, what you fellas, man? Remember, this show's been going on for years, and there was almost like a disclaimer y'all used to give out. This is gonna be no holds barred. You know, now you can kind of, tiptoeing around. You become more professional. You kind of,
well, you get
hitting to it, but not really saying it. You got friends now and high places. You don't want to cross people. Look, let me say it.
Yeah, let you say it because we like our seats.
Y'all like y'all seats.
Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Y'all don't want to.
It get hot outside.
Hey, Jerry. Jerry, will you start getting comfortable with that air conditioner?
You either out in the sun or you. Look, here's the bottom line.
We house people.
Coaching offensive football, some plays, is extremely difficult at any level. I'm talking about.
It is.
It is hard to scheme up plays, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. And so it is even that much more difficult when you approach it as if you are the smartest person in the stadium. And here's what I mean by that. Every offensive coordinator that at the collegiate NFL level and 95% of those guys at the high school level, they have a script. They have something that they write down, refer to, and most of them, if they have the opportunity to, they're up in the booth because they want to be able to see the field, get as much information as they can, and be able to refer to as much data as possible to make sure that they're putting the guys in the best play call. Our offensive coordinator is a very young, this is his first time coaching scholarship football player. Right? Everybody he's coached up to this point has been non-scholarship at the Division III level.
Correct.
And the fact that he is over-relying on his brain, on his own personal recall, he's not in the booth looking at the entire field. He doesn't have all of the data available to him, and he's doing it without having a script that says, I like these short yardage situations. I like these against cover 2. I like this group of plays against cover 4. I like this against whatever, but you got to have some data and metrics that you can refer to in real time that's other than being in the heat of the moment and calling plays off the top of your dome. And so it's part of the growth and maturation process that our offensive coordinator has to get to if he's going to continue to coach at this level. But I don't see him making that jump this week when we have not seen it in, the 9 games leading up to this. So, no, I don't expect us to all of a sudden be able to put together a 60 to 80 play offensive performance that looks like we are schematically different. Will we go out and do some things different here or there? Yeah, maybe. Can we sustain that for the entirety of the game? Not when there's not anything drastically different than what we've seen. If he's still on the sideline, if he's still trying to call plays off the top of his head, if he doesn't have enough data. He doesn't have enough metrics. He doesn't have enough information to do this. And it's like, I don't care how smart you think you are. It's too much going on in a college Division I football game for you to just call plays willy-nilly. No smart. You just aren't. So, no, I don't expect anything different.
In summation.
I hope I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong.
I'm hopeful that
I love to be able to go and shake his hand and say, great, but I don't see you. It's just too much going on, period. I don't care how good you are off the top of your dome. Everybody's smarter when you got an open book test. Is that right, Mr. Professor?
I think you're right. I'm hopeful there's somebody in that building with him. I know he's calling it that way, but I'm hopeful 9 games into the season that somebody is saying, okay, maybe we can tweak this a little bit. Not change the scheme, but maybe we can do this off of what you're running, what you're showing. Show something a little bit different from that perspective. That's what I'm hopeful. Do I think it's going to happen? No, Jerry, I really don't. But it does not keep me from hoping from that perspective. Because realistically, from the beginning of the season, I kept feeling like we're going to go into our bag and show something. Then I realized that we're at the bottom of the bag.
We didn't have a bag.
This is it. So I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. But again, I mean, look, do I think he has a great mind? Everybody who's interacted with him say he has a
absolutely
mind. Designing scheme on the board, when you're on a grease board, that linebacker that you're scheming against is always going to be what you tell him on a grease board. Yeah. When you get into a real football game, wait a minute. I didn't think that guy would be there. And again, when you're on the sideline, somebody can come back and say, hey, what'd you see? Now you got to trust that what they're telling you is accurate. But when you're on box, you can see everything going on. You can see if that, if that backside safety is staying home. You can see if those cornerbacks are jumping routes. You can see if guys are misaligned and come back. You have more data to go off of. Well, when you, I don't care how good you are. When you're on the sideline, you got to trust other people to give you that information and trust that what they say, because you can't see it all. You just can't.
High school football today, Jerry, has gotten so technologically advanced. You go to high school games, they have TVs on the sideline. You're looking.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Now, they don't allow that for colleges yet. But the intel that you're talking about is rapid intel. You're looking at it. You're getting it instantaneously.
Right. So if the main thing is, if you don't go in the box as the OC, you got to have someone who's thinking just like you upstairs. I mean, the whole thing about it is, that person is telling you what they see, but it's also, helping you stay in rhythm and everything like that. I just don't see it. I haven't.
Yeah, but even if that, let's say communication from quarterback to offensive coordinator to your eyes in the sky, your assistant in the booth. Let's say all of those guys are seeing the same thing, right? There's so much information going on. You're trying to, get feedback from the previous play. You're trying to think about what you want to run in the next series. You got to think about down and distance. You got to think about clock management. You got all this stuff going on. Even if those people are giving you right information,
it's overload.
You can't look at your sheet of paper that you've already prepared yourself, because you don't have a sheet of paper. When you're already prepared, everybody knows it's better off to have notes, right? It's in your back pocket. You got to pull it out. But you never see him referring.
We have yet to see him go.
If you have an opportunity to take a test, and the professor saying, "Hey, you can use your notes.
Use your notes. Yeah.
Use your notes." But if you're just trying to remember everything, even if you get that and then you get back, you're like, you know what? I wanted to come back to that play, but I forgot about it. It's just too much going on. And again, I think this is, unfortunately for us, this is part of the growth process. This is his first year of coaching scholarship football. I get that. Again, will we see something different? I think, again, last week on Thursday night, give him credit, first half, we were able to throw the ball vertically to loosen up the defense. because we challenged them vertically. One of the first times all year we challenged anybody vertically. Well, what does that do? That open up running lanes, that opens up things underneath, because now you got to protect the entire field. So do I think that perhaps we'll see a little bit of something here or there? Yeah. Maybe we'll see some things that are a little bit different, but I think ultimately the overall feel is probably going to be more like, what we see. Now, with that being said, can we beat Alabama A&M? Yeah. I hate the fact that we're going to be without our leading tackler for the first half is targeting penalty, because what they will do is they're going to run the ball and be physical. And so I know our defensive line will hold up because that's the best unit that we have. The question is, at next level, where we're already thin and got guys playing out of position, are we going to be physical enough to be able to take all, get to the ball carrier and get them down on the ground? I hope so. I hope we look forward to a good game. But that, to me, that's the challenge. Out their power running game. That's where the game's going to be decided, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Yeah, they have an excellent running game.
Well, that's their bread and butter. That's what they want to feature. And so they're going to attack with that. And that's the subtle change that I see from Cornell Maynard,
right,
from Winston-Salem to where he is now.
Yeah.
He is much more of a run-first coach to open up the passing attack off the play action. But he will run that football down. And he got a couple of good running backs who can run.
Yeah.
Three.
But I don't see. I see that as credit to Cornell Maynard because he adjusted to his personnel.
Oh, yeah,
he still wants to. I mean, he's a quarterback. He played quarterback, and all of his offense has been highly passing offense. When he had Akil Glass, they were the leading offense of the SWAC for 2 or 3 years. Akil Glass graduate. He gets Quincy Casey, who's more of a running quarterback. He gets some big, strong running backs, and he adapted to his personnel. So I give him credit for that. Now we gotta step up. I wish they were a passing team. I like our chances better. Again, it doesn't mean that I don't think we can't beat them. I think we can, but I hate, again, we're going to be without our top tackler for half this game, and they're going to be coming downhill at us. Can we hold up long enough is my question.
Well, that's where you play offense with that's how you help your defense out. If your offense can make 1st and 10s and keep
them off the field.
Keep the defense off the field for a while. Keep them fresh. And if we're constantly going 3 and out.
Yeah, that's
going to be a problem.
Nah.
That's going to be a problem.
Caller, you're on the Hail Wildcats Gridiron Show. Welcome.
Hey, thank you. I listen to you guys pretty regularly.
We appreciate it.
I hear you talking about. I hear you guys talking about the offense coordinator. I know it looks bad. I know you guys got a lot of opinion about it. But if you think about it, this team reminds me of the New England Patriots right now. You got the best coach in the NFL on a losing streak. Not just this year, but last year also. And his offense it looks terrible. And, he just got his offense coordinator back. And, it's more than just calling plays. You guys are plagued with injuries, quarterback issues, offensive line injuries. And if you take that into consideration with this, you got a new head coach with a totally revamped team. And it's not going to be an overnight success. This thing is going to be a time and patience type thing. Rome wasn't built in a day. So, I mean, I know, it's the team shows spurts. It shows the ability. It shows it's a work in progress. So, I mean, I know it's a new offensive coordinator, and you guys talking about having a script. That guy has a guy in the booth, and he pretty much has a script of what the offense is going to run. That guy is a eye in the sky for the offensive coordinator on the field, because most of the time, offensive coordinator want to be on the field so they can make checks according to what the defense has are doing. Whether that is happening, I don't know. I watched a few games, but that guy up in the press box has the play call sheet, and it has the thing the defenses are doing. He's supposed to signal down to suggest to the offensive coordinator, "Hey, we're 3rd and short. This is what they like to do on 3rd and short. Here's some of the plays you have written down. Just because you don't see the sheet, don't make it's not there.
No,
So
let me. That's not what occurs. We've
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not what occurs. No. So yeah, we've seen that with our own eyes because we're a little closer to it.
That's how it should be.
Right. Well, we know that, and that's what we're saying. That's why Jerry was commenting and saying, that's what we know it to be, or it should be, but it's not that.
It's not that.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
But it's a work.
And some of that is because he was able to get away with that at the level of competition of where he was from.
Right.
And so now he's at a different level. Now I'll say this, look, none of us we're not poo-pooing the season away. I mean, if you're talking to anybody who's a faithful supporters, is this group of people. Here's what we are. Here's what we are saying. I'd like to hear your point from this. While I don't think any of us said we were going to go out and win 9-10 games this season. That wasn't our expectation.
Mm-hmm.
When we look at what you've heard us say is, man, look at our defense. Our head coach is a defensive guy. The defensive staff there, we got a lot of players on defense that are playing out of position. We're undersized. And yet, you see the building blocks on defense that Bethune-Cookman has one of the top 2 or 3 defenses in the entire conference. You can see the growth and the potential of what's building. And then we pause and we look on the offensive side and we say, that defense is not what it's going to be, and it's already good. You see the building blocks. But then we look at the offensive side of the ball and we say, there's talent over there. They're dealing with issues, with injuries at quarterback position, at offensive line. We get it. We get all of that. But what we would like to see is some schemes that are put in place that at least give your guys a chance, an opportunity to be successful. And what we are saying is, what I am saying, I'll speak for me, is there are times when we want to at least see there being growth. Now, rather not, it leads to a win or it leads to 500 yards in total offense, that's something different. That's not our goal. We're just saying that we like to see the type of progression on the offense. I'm speaking for me. I want to see the type of progression on the offensive side that I'm seeing on the defensive side, knowing that in both situations, we're still growing into something different. But I just don't see the same type of development on offense that I see on defense. That's just an accurate assessment of what I see. That's my opinion. So my question to you is that a fair assessment, or you think that we're being too harsh?
No, I think that's a fair assessment. However, when it comes down to offense versus defense, and who's going to be good, who's going to be bad, defense they're always going to respond a step ahead, because it's easier to get a group of defensive guys together opposed to getting offensive guys together. And I say that, and I say this. Once you have injuries, and to the offensive line, which you guys had, to the quarterback, which you guys had, now we talk about adjustments. I know last week somebody was saying make adjustments during the game. Okay, you got your pretty much third-string offensive line in there, third-string quarterback in there. Those guys typically would not be playing unless there was injury that has happened, which it did. So when you say make adjustments, I'm going back to last week's caller, and I'm hit on this too. So when you say make adjustments, you got a third-string quarterback, third-string line. There's only so much you can do. At that point, you're in survival mode. You're in survival mode. You're trying to make it plain and simple as possible, because those guys don't have no continuity. The quarterback is thrown in the fire. Offensive line is thrown in the fire. So you're really in survival mode. So you damping it down as much as you can to be as productive as you can in order to make things as simple for the players as possible. Because you can make adjustments with your first-string offensive guys or your second-string offensive guys quicker you can with third-string guys, because they don't have those reps. They didn't come in the season with those reps. So if the guys got all the reps during preseason, those guys have been injured now, and now you're down to second, third-string guys who didn't get the reps in preseason, and you're expecting to make adjustments. It's not going to work like that, because offense is mostly built on timing. You got to have offensive linemen who are going to make checks, going to make calls. You got guys haven't been playing that much. The offense is going to be behind no matter what. You're going to see progression on your defensive side of the ball quicker than you would on the offensive side of the ball if you have the total starters that was there preseason. Now,
let me interject and say this, and this will be the last thing I say. I agree with what you're saying 100%. The point here's again. You're talking about guys who are at practice, guys who watch all the games, who travel, everything. I agree with you so much. Here is exactly why we're saying what we're saying. The same exact things that we were running with the first string guys when you had who you wanted in there are the exact same things that we're running with the second and third string guys. We are not adjusting to help those guys. So exactly what you're saying is the point that we're making. We're not adapting our scheme to the strength of our guys. So I get what you're saying, because you're making excellent points, and that's good. I'm not even disagreeing with you. I'm just saying I appreciate the call, and I think you are kind of making our point. Is we're saying protect those guys, help those guys. We're not telling you to go out there and redesign the offense to try to go out and look like you to 1985 49ers. We are saying help those guys. Go. We've been screaming. Go to the quick passing game. Don't leave your third string tackle out there by himself trying to block an all conference guy. Help him.
Right.
You could do that with your first string guy. You can't do that with your third string. So what you're saying is exactly. We're not being critical. We are coming on here to tell you, here's what we see. So I'm with you. I agree with you 100%. I think it's a very good call. But you're kind of making the same point that we're making, but just coming from a different angle with it.
Right. I get it. So, like I said, I watched some games with you guys. My son played last year. He's not there this year.
Right.
But I'm still a Bethune Cookman fan because they gave my son an opportunity. I'm still a Bethune Cookman fan, and I love you guys. We got so much love. And, it just, to me, I have a passion for football, and I have a passion for the underdog. And you guys have been the underdog so long, and I want to see you guys be successful. And I think you can. But at the same time, you've been in the seats in the stadium, and you hear all these coaches in the seats, but they can't put a game plan together to get them out of wet paper bag. So it's so much stuff that goes on inside the stands that people don't understand. You guys understand because you're at practice, you see it, whatever. But it's a work in progress. Bottom line to my story, it's a work in progress. Do you want to see an improvement from last year? Sure you do. Is it going to be an improvement next year? We hope so. And like I say, hopefully injuries, we don't have an injury next year, and hopefully we can come out this thing with a positive outlook on next year. Because you always want to plan for next year. And one more thing, I'm gonna let you guys go. So when you talk about Coach Woody, he came in. You guys know this. No recruits. You got guys at the last minute, and it's all about timing. It's gonna work. It's gonna work itself out, but it's gonna take a year, maybe 2 years, before you start seeing the fruit of the labor. You know what I mean? So it's a work in progress. And I think you guys are gonna be good.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Good deal.
Yes, sir.
No, who's your son, by the way? If you don't mind.
RJ Pearson.
Right.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Yeah, you doing all right? Yeah, yeah, man. We wish that kid all the best, man. That's a football player right now.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. You like to say, me and you all gonna be Wildcat fans.
Definitely so. Hail Wildcats.
Hail Wildcats.
Yes, sir. Thank you for calling in, Mr. Pearson. Right. It was good seeing you up at the Alabama State game. Yes, sir.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yes, sir. Same. We look forward to hearing from you again.
All right, we'll do.
All right, Hail Wildcats. 386-868-3411. 386-868-3411. We're talking Wildcat football. Our Wildcats take on the Bulldogs of Alabama A&M on this Saturday at 1 p.m. Daytona Stadium. Looking forward to seeing everyone there. I know. What do you think the fans, the attendance is going to look like? I know we have another event prior to Jelly's funeral is at 11. Yeah. So.
I think the attendance will be better than it was last Thursday.
Yeah, I mean,
but we knew it was going to be weak last Thursday.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be okay. I mean,
It was still, I mean, like Jerry
decent.
and I talked about, it was
decent.
Yeah. We could have took a little more, but
we could do better.
Yeah.
I think it was before. Now listen, you talking about the attendance before halftime or after halftime on Thursday?
Well, after halftime, we could have put them all on the team buses. Yeah. So
they've been talking about.
Yeah, Larry say I was giving everybody a high five last week, so I had enough room to high five everybody to see them after halftime. Before halftime, we were all right. Yeah.
But they was discussing that last week that we tend to all put things in the South on the bands, and then when the band thing is over, then everybody leaves. But that's not necessarily true. But it does happen.
It does.
Yeah, it does happen.
Listen, that was a Thursday night game. People they go home and
they got to go to work.
And the other thing is, I think there was a false sense of we kind of got into a false sense of comfort there, thinking at halftime it was felt a real comfortable game. Right? I think it was 17-0. 17-0. Everybody good. We good to go, and I'm gonna go home and get some rest now. And before you look at it, we got a football game. So
I can catch the rest on TV, but there's a lot of stuff you miss not being there.
Yes, you did, Jerry.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think we. Do you think Mr. Pearson understood exactly what we were saying, though? Seriously?
Yeah, I understand his point. What he was saying, I think he was kind of frustrated at the negativity. And it's like I think he was just hey, give these guys time to work their magic. I think that's what he was ultimately saying, and to the point that he was that's where I think he was coming from, and I get that. I don't like to hear people sit around and I ain't gonna make the comment that out of my head, but but the thing I get that point of what he's saying.
The mind-boggling thing is you see stuff, we see stuff in practice, and it's like okay, but when it comes showtime,
we don't.
Leave that bag at home.
That's a frustration there. Yeah. We practice something all week and then get in a game and we do something totally different.
And then we know, like, the other part of that is, it's just not there between, the headsets. It's just not.
Yeah. I get his point, though.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely. Caller, you're on the Hail Wildcats Gridiron Show. Welcome.
Hey guys, it's Daryl and Chill calling again.
What's up,
you guys have done a great job breaking things down again. Every week you guys are doing an excellent job. But this is in my game notes for this week. I remember going to the press conference after the game, and one question that was asked was, what's the morale in the locker room? And quickly they said, it's lit. Those guys have been struggling, playing hard every week, and they got an opportunity to get a win. Let's see if the momentum carries over on the coaching staff and in the players, because Alabama A&M and Florida A&M is going to be measuring rods for us. In my eyes, like Larry said, Alabama A&M, they're huge. They're like an NFL team. And the way our defensive line has been playing, I think we have a great opportunity to measure ourselves between them and the following week in Orlando, and we're going to see a year worth of recruiting for Woody coming in. I see positive things coming on for the Wildcats.
Oh, most definitely. I know they're hard at work, and they're making some kills that that we'll be happy to hear once they come out. Oh yeah, definitely.
But I think you make a good point, Natil, of we, getting out early and keeping that momentum, keeping things high. I think that's critical in this game, right? Get those guys remembering that feeling early and playing from a lead as opposed to, here we go again. So I think trying to get out to an early start is critical in this game. Even to the point that I like to defer. I wouldn't even mind, taking the ball and seeing if you can go ahead and just play from the front. So, what you think about that?
I think that's a great idea, but I think what we're seeing now, we're seeing some guys on the defensive side of the ball who are really teeing off now, feeling comfortable. We're seeing a true freshman, Graves, had a heck of a football game.
Yes, sir.
Hall. Those guys, man, are really playing football now. They're undersized, but now they got the confidence to really play great football, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing Wildcat football through our defense.
Right. Yep.
We definitely are.
Man, can you imagine that? Can you imagine Pearson being on that defensive line with these other guys? But I ain't saying nothing. He gone. But
Pearson's at Northwestern, man. He's playing Big Ten right now. I've been following him every week, and I want to say hello to Mr. Pearson. I met him homecoming right before when his son got hurt at homecoming last year. I remember that. But we've had some kids leave the program that have went to Division I program, but we got some kids that's in now that I'm excited about. I see this as we got 2 more weeks left in the season. The week after FAMU is still football season in my eyes because it's going to continue because Coach Woody and his staff are going to continue to develop.
Oh, most definitely.
The team.
Most definitely. Mm-hmm.
Well, I see you guys fish fry time about 10:30.
Yes, sir. About 10:30, we'll make sure Jerry got your fries salted and ready.
I want some grits.
All right, guys.
All right, Daryl. Have a good night.
Yes,
sir.
I'm gonna bring my own grits from home. I'm gonna bring two bowls. One for me to eat and one for me to throw on whoever called me Fry Daddy. I'm gonna dress you like Al Green.
Play grit ball. 386-868-3411. 386-868-3411. We're talking Wildcat football on the Hail Wildcats Gridiron Show. Call in. You'll be able to speak to myself, Ralph, the professor, and the number one Fry Daddy.
Hey, grit daddy now.
Grit Daddy, okay. Grit Daddy.
Have the kid, the Marshawn Shaw kid, the freshman, got his opportunity to get in and get some snaps at running back last week. That kid, talk about the future. That kid looked good. Did you guys
really
see him at all getting snaps in practice or anything? Because he looked like a football player.
There is a good possibility that we're probably going to have number 22 back as well Saturday.
He's been, and I think you'll see at least 4 different running backs this week. I think you'll see at least 4.
Has Terry been hurt, Lindsey?
I don't know, but I think
they haven't actually been hurt. He has some personal.
I think
it's usually on the left side of
the chest. Hey.
But I think we, but if you look at this whole season though, as a whole, no one has actually blown us out. And this team was put together after recruiting season was over.
Oh, yeah.
Because Coach Woody was not able to recruit his people when everybody else was recruiting.
And it's not just put together. It had to be reconstructed.
Yeah.
And the ones we recruited, we couldn't get in.
Right. Right.
Yeah. We lost a lot of those.
Yeah, definitely.
But we pretty much got around 53 new ball players, though.
Yeah.
Easily.
Right.
Easily. Tell you what, though, that defensive line, though, I think Bethune Cookman has the best defensive line in the conference.
Yes.
Period.
And those guys play so well together, man. They just so well.
No, those guys ball.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. And they're having fun out there while they're doing it.
And they try to keep it
right.
fresh.
I think they all come back except one, right?
For 98. He's the only one who won't be back.
98 won't be back?
No. He's a grad student.
Right. That's the kid from
Central Michigan.
Yeah. Central Michigan.
Laquan Johnson. Yeah.
He played well Thursday.
Yeah.
He had a great game. Yeah. 98, 44, 50, I mean, those guys you just keep coming.
44 made that promise to us and let up off of it. So.
And they did take a interception from number 1.
Yeah.
That was a clean interception.
Yeah.
And that flag was thrown late. So, I think the defense is we all coming into the season, we thought that was going to be our weak side, but
it did.
Yeah. But that didn't pan out. We actually had our strong side. But we'll get there.
Caller, you're on the Hail Wildcats Gridiron Show. Welcome.
Welcome. I have one question.
I already know what this question is.
Boy.
Yes, it will be there. Go ahead, Dan. Ask your question.
Where the heck is my sis?
I knew that would be the question that he asked because he asked earlier in the week. So, Dan, I promise you, if you come by the lake, 10:30 to let's just say 12:30, you'll have some fish.
Well,
Wait, hold on, Daryl. I thought you said Dan had to wrestle that gator, the gator in the lake for his fish.
I just say poor
Hey,
gator.
these days I feel like there's what's left in my heart. I feel like I take a gator right now. So bring that rough towel on right now. So, but I thought, were you guys here for the Valley? I mean, I actually made it to the Valley games.
We were there. We were over by the lake. We were there, and we were glad. I heard you were there.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to come over. Well, I'm not going to be able to make it on Saturday. With the thing is, like, with a caregiver, it's hard to find caregivers on Saturday mornings and Saturday afternoons because they're busy doing other stuff. So I'm just going to wait for your analysis, which is, by the way, which is always on superb and excellent every Thursday night here.
Yes, sir.
Chance to say hello to everybody. Larry Wesley, how you doing, pal?
Hey man, I'm hanging in here, Dan. I really am. I'm really hanging in here. It's been a long football season.
It's been a long season.
Well, look at the bright side. Women's basketball looks good tonight at Florida. Men's basketball will open tomorrow night against Trinity or something. So, and like I said, you saw that. I just have faith in this program, and I think we're in this program on the right track and everything like that, and there's great things ahead right now. So, and I also say you and I can enjoy some history because I wish I could go to that, but to having a 50th reunion of the 1973 team over in Orlando next week, I would kill to go to that one.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of
and
fun.
meet everybody.
Definitely.
But,
Yeah.
well, if I'm not going to take any more valuable time, it's like, one of these days, though, we got to work out a way so I can get some fish from you guys. Because what y'all heard when I was up there for training camp was amazing. I can't wait to have it again.
We had grits on that occasion, too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Southern ice cream, Georgia ice cream. You got to love those grits. But anyway, hey, you guys have been doing an excellent job this season. Yeah?
Thank you, Dan.
They won't do grits when I'm there because they say I use it as a weapon.
Better safe than sorry,
see
Dan.
that. I just see that. All right, I'll take care of you. I'll see you guys when I see you.
Okay.
All right, Dan. Thanks a lot, man. Good talking to you, and we'll get you some fish. Guys, as we get ready to wrap the show up, closing words. We'll start with you, Ralph.
Well, I just hope everybody come out Saturday and enjoy a good football game and see our Wildcats win our third game of the season and get ready to go and prey on some snakes.
Professor.
I echo those sentiments. I think we're going to have a great afternoon for football. The weather should be great. It's an early game, 1 o'clock, a little bit different for us. And it'd be lovely to see all the fans come out and stop by the tailgate, say hello, and go on in here and take care of this football game.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely. Jerry.
Everybody I didn't high five on Thursday night, I want to high five on Saturday. I want to see another win. I'm looking forward to it. I think Ralph mentioned earlier, our defense has kept us in every game. No reason to believe that the defense won't keep us around. Hopefully we can make enough plays on offense and special teams to, close the gap and even come out with the victory. So why not? Be nice to string together a couple victories here at the end of the season, get some momentum going into the off season. So I'm expecting a Wildcat win.
Definitely so.
Right.
Definitely so. I just want to say it's truly a family affair. Just as you see us, having fun here in the studio and at the games. If you miss us at the games, we're sitting in, section B up at the top up there. So
The hookup section.
yeah.
The hookup.
So, bring your family out. I know we've had some talks about the tickets and things of that nature. There are times where you could show up at a Bethune-Cookman game and not have to pay to enter into the stadium. But you got to show up first. It's just like when they say about playing the lottery, you got to play first before you can win, right? Show up, show your support, man. These guys are continuing to fight. They could have given up. They could have given up, and they're not. Our guys continue to finish the game, and we as fans have to continue and finish along with them. We got 2 games left. This is the last home game, senior day. Let's come out and cheer on our seniors and the rest of the football team. But they really could use your support, so we encourage you to come out and grab some fish and fries and
grits.
Yeah. A spoonful of grits.
The grits that Jerry is throwing at you.
Come on and catch these grits. Yeah.
I am going to bring some grits. Yeah. I want to throw them at you.
I know we only got like 3 more minutes, but I'll say this. I would love to see Connell Maynard get fired. Listen how I'm saying that. I don't like for anybody to lose their job. But if Bethune-Cookman win, Connell Maynard's going to be looking for another job. I fear for him. Yeah. I don't celebrate that, but I want our team to go out and perform in such a way that it makes their athletic department have to make a decision about him. Again, whether they keep his job or not, I hope he keeps his job. I like him. He's good for the conference. He's a great personality. But I want to see our guys go out and play in such a way that that Connell's going to have to list his resume in front of them again to kind of justify keeping his job. But I do fear that if we win for him, because I like him, I fear that we win that he might lose his job. But hey, listen, that's just the nature of the sport. We got a football game to win.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
For Mr. Ralph Smith, the professor, Larry Wesley, the creator, Mr. Jerry Bell, I'm Darold Williams. Hail Wildcats. See you 1 o'clock, Daytona Stadium. Better yet, let's see you at 10:30. Be there for the Legacy Walk on this Saturday. Let's support our Wildcats. Hail Wildcats, and we'll talk to you next Thursday.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bethune-Cookman University alma mater.